Meet the first Naga Paralympics. In 1983, on the 24th of December, in the village of P. Vihoto Arnaka in Newland district, a boy named Hokato was born into a humble family. His father worked as a GB assistant, and from an early age, Hokato was full of life. He had a deep love for sports and was always on the move. He studied at the government higher secondary school in Hafnagarjan, Dimapur. Most of his days were spent playing volleyball and football with CRPF personnel, along with his friends. They would often challenge them to matches and place small bets, turning each game into an exciting event. But in 1999, something stirred in him. As he watched the Kargil War on the television, the bravery of the soldiers left a deep mark on his heart. From that moment, he knew he wanted to join the Indian Army. Fate was on his side. When Hokato was 15 years old, he heard that the Madras regiment was offering a free 3-month pre-course for those who dreamt of joining the armed forces. Excited, he rushed to sign up, but the officers told him he was too young and should try again the next year. He did not give up. The following year, he returned, completed the course, and went to Peck district for the recruitment rally. He ran with all his heart but missed qualifying by just 3 seconds. When he saw his friends succeed, he became even more determined. He tried again, and this time he qualified. Soon after, Hokato left for Shillong to begin intense training. His new dream was to join the elite force. But to qualify, he had to serve in the army for at least 13 months. The training was tough, physically and mentally. Many times he felt like giving up, but he pushed through. In 2002, at just 17 years, Hokato was posted to the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir. It was a world full of danger. Gunshots and explosions echoed daily. He missed home dearly and often wondered if he would live to see his family again. He was just 3 days away from joining the elite force when news came of a terrorist infiltration. He went out on an operation, but during the mission, he accidentally stepped on a landmine. The blast severely injured his left leg. He was rushed to the hospital and fell unconscious from the pain. When he woke 2 days later, he was anxious to see how badly his leg was hurt. Nothing could prepare him for what he saw. His left foot had been amputated. He cried terribly. At only 17 years, Hokato fell into deep depression. His dream was shattered. Hokato began to question everything. Would he ever walk again? Would he have to beg on the streets? The pain was unbearable. For a whole month, he could not sleep due to the intense pain from his injury and needed regular injections just to get by. 2 months later, he was sent to the Artificial Limb Center at Command Hospital in Pune. There he saw others like him, people who had lost their limbs but were living independently, and that gave him hope. Hokato learned to walk with an artificial leg. He continued his service, handling administrative duties with the 9th Assam Regiment in Binaguri, West Bengal. It was in 2016 while training at the Hyderabad Artillery Center with his artificial leg, he met Colonel Gaurav Datta. The colonel saw something special in Hokato and encouraged him to explore in sports. He was tested in several disciplines, but it was in shot put that his natural talent stood out from the start. Colonel Gaurav promised to send him a letter with further instructions. In October, that letter arrived from Pune, and just like that, Hokato began his formal training. His dedication paid off quickly. In 2017, he competed in the national championship held in Jaipur and brought home the gold. A year later, he represented India at the World Grand Prix in Beijing, China, and brought home a bronze medal. Now he had a new dream: to win an Olympic medal for his country and state. For 18 relentless months, Hokato trained without breaks or leaves, driven by a singular goal: to compete in the Tokyo Paralympics. His focus was unwavering, his dedication absolute. But just as his moment approached, the world was brought to a standstill by the COVID-19 pandemic. The crucial international classification never took place, and his long-held dream was abruptly put on hold. Hokato was devastated. He did the only thing he could and waited. After the pandemic, he competed in the Asian Games in China and won a bronze medal. But he was not satisfied. He knew he could do better. He began training even harder for the Paralympics. Then, just 20 days before the event, disaster struck again. He suffered an injury, and as if that was not enough, he soon fell ill with dengue, malaria, and chickenpox. Weak and in pain, he prayed for strength. He was battling not only his body but the limits of his mind. Slowly and gradually, he recovered and made it to Paris, France for the competition. He knew he was not at his best, but he gave everything he had. Competing in the men's shot put F57, he earned the bronze medal. Hokato made history by becoming the first from Northeast India to win a Paralympic medal. Securing bronze in the men's shot put F57 at the 2024 Paris Paralympics with a personal best of 14.65 meters. It was a proud and emotional moment, a victory he had fought so hard to achieve. Over the past 8 years, Hokato has won 16 medals, 3 gold, 4 silvers and 9 bronze on both national and international stages. He is currently preparing for major international events: the World Military Games in South America, the Commonwealth Games in Scotland, the Asian Games in Japan, and the ultimate goal, the Paralympics in Los Angeles in 2028. Hokato's journey shows that even when life takes away everything you have worked for, you can still rise, rebuild, and achieve greatness. Pain may slow you down, but it does not have to stop you.